Every day we wake up with an opportunity to grow. Growth isn't just a periodic milestone, it's a daily commitment, a series of small, intentional actions that add up over time. If we want to see progress in our lives, we must actively pursue it every day. Personal growth isn't something that happens to us, it's something we create, nurture, and sustain through deliberate effort. Imagine starting each day with the mindset that you will learn something new. It could be from a book, an article, a podcast, or even a casual conversation. Knowledge is all around us, waiting to be absorbed. The key is to stay curious and open. When we approach life with a hunger to learn, we not only expand our understanding, but also open doors to opportunities we might have otherwise overlooked. For example, reading just 10 pages of a book every day may seem insignificant, but over a year, it could mean finishing 10 or 12 books, each offering new insights and perspectives. But learning isn't just about consuming information. It's also about reflection. Take time each day to think about what you've learned and how it applies to your life. This reflection transforms knowledge into wisdom, allowing you to make better decisions and take more intentional actions. For instance, if you learn a new strategy for time management, don't just think about how it works in theory, implement it. Test it out in your routine and adjust as needed. This cycle of learning, applying, and refining is where real growth happens. Equally important is cultivating self-discipline. Growth requires consistency, and consistency demands discipline. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of distractions, social media, endless to-do lists, or simply the comfort of staying in our routines. But growth often lies just outside our comfort zones. Setting clear, achievable goals each day can serve as a guidepost, keeping us focused on what truly matters. Even small, consistent steps toward a goal can lead to significant progress over time. Think about the power of habits. Our habits shape our days, and our days shape our lives. If we want to grow, we must cultivate habits that support that growth. This might mean waking up a little earlier to dedicate time to learning, or setting aside 15 minutes each night for journaling. The beauty of habits is that, once established, they become automatic, reducing the mental effort needed to maintain them. Over time, these small, consistent actions compound, leading to remarkable changes. However, growth is not just about acquiring new skills or achieving external success. It's also about understanding ourselves, our values, strengths, and areas for improvement. Self-awareness is a cornerstone of personal growth. Each day, take a moment to check in with yourself. Ask questions like, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? What do I want to focus on tomorrow? These simple reflections can provide clarity and direction, ensuring that your efforts align with your true priorities. And while growth is deeply personal, it's also influenced by the people around us. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support you. Engage in conversations that stretch your thinking and broaden your perspective. Listen actively, not just to respond, but to truly understand. Every interaction is an opportunity to learn something new, whether it's a fresh perspective, a piece of advice, or even a lesson about yourself. Of course, growth isn't always linear. There will be days when it feels like you're stuck or even moving backward. But these moments are not failures, they're part of the process. Growth often comes from challenges, setbacks, and the effort to overcome them. When faced with obstacles, remind yourself that every step, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. In the end, personal growth is about becoming the best version of yourself, one day at a time. It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs, and recognizing that every day is a new chance to learn, grow, and move closer to your goals. By committing to growth daily, you set the foundation for a life of purpose, fulfillment, and continuous improvement. Because ultimately, the person you become is shaped not by occasional grand gestures, but by the small, consistent efforts you make every single day. Each day begins with the promise of new opportunities, but without our health and well-being, those opportunities can slip through our fingers. The foundation of everything we do, our relationships, our work, our growth rests on our physical and mental well-being. It's easy to overlook this in the rush of daily life, but the truth is, we must make conscious choices every day to nurture our health. When we prioritize our well-being, we're not just investing in ourselves, we're ensuring that we can give our best to everything and everyone around us. Let's start with something fundamental: our physical health. Think of your body as the engine that powers your daily life. Like any engine, it needs the right fuel and maintenance to run efficiently. What we eat has a direct impact on how we feel, think, and perform. Every meal is a chance to nourish our bodies, so choosing whole, balanced foods isn't just about dieting, it's about giving yourself the energy to tackle your day with vigor. A simple change like incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins into your meals can make a noticeable difference in your energy levels and overall mood. But nutrition is only one part of the equation. Movement is equally important. Our bodies are designed to move, yet modern life often keeps us sedentary. Whether it's a brisk walk in the morning, a yoga session to unwind, or hitting the gym for a workout, daily physical activity is essential. It's not just about staying fit, it's about feeling alive. Exercise releases endorphins, those natural mood boosters that can turn a stressful day into a manageable one. Even 20 to 30 minutes of activity can have profound effects, improving not just your physical health, but also your mental clarity and emotional resilience. And then there's sleep, the often overlooked pillar of health. In a world that glorifies busyness, rest can feel like a luxury, but it's a necessity. Sleep is when our bodies repair, our minds process information, and our energy stores are replenished. Skimping on sleep may seem like a way to get more done, but in reality, it diminishes your productivity, creativity, and decision-making abilities. Making sleep a priority by sticking to a consistent schedule and creating a restful environment can transform how you approach each day. While physical health is crucial, it's deeply intertwined with mental well-being. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but how we manage it makes all the difference. Taking time each day to care for your mental health is not an indulgence, it's a necessity. Practices like mindfulness or meditation can help you stay grounded even amidst chaos. It doesn't have to be complicated. A few minutes of deep breathing or quiet reflection can be enough to recenter yourself. These moments of stillness allow you to step back, gain perspective, and approach challenges with a calmer, clearer mind. Another powerful tool for mental well-being is gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you're thankful for. It might be something as simple as the warmth of the sun on your face or a kind word from a friend. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, creating a positive mindset that can ripple through all areas of your life. Of course, well-being is also about connection. Humans are social creatures, and our relationships play a vital role in our overall health. Make it a point each day to nurture these connections, whether it's a heartfelt conversation, a shared meal, or simply being present with the people you care about. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive individuals not only boosts your mood, but also strengthens your resilience in the face of life's challenges. Balancing all these aspects of health, physical, mental, and emotional, might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. The key is to start small and be consistent. Incorporate one healthy habit at a time, and as it becomes a natural part of your routine, build on it. Maybe it's drinking more water, going for a walk after lunch, or spending 5 minutes each morning in quiet reflection. Each small step contributes to a bigger picture of well-being. Remember, taking care of your health isn't just about avoiding illness or prolonging life, it's about enhancing the quality of your days. When you feel strong, focused, and balanced, you can show up fully for yourself and for the people and passions that matter most to you. It's an investment that pays dividends not just today, but in every tomorrow. Because the truth is, no matter what you want to achieve or who you want to become, it all begins with the energy and vitality that come from taking care of yourself. By prioritizing your health and well-being each day, you give yourself the greatest gift of all, the ability to live fully and with purpose. At the heart of every fulfilling life lies the quality of our relationships. We may pursue personal growth, strive for success, and work on our well-being, but without meaningful connections, these efforts can feel hollow. Relationships give our lives depth and richness, offering us support, inspiration, and joy. They are not just a source of happiness, but also a foundation for resilience and growth. Every day we have the opportunity to nurture these connections, to invest in the people who matter most, and to create bonds that uplift and sustain us. Building strong relationships begins with presence. In a world filled with distractions, being fully present with someone has become a rare gift. It's not just about being in the same room or on the same call, it's about truly listening, understanding, and responding with empathy. When we set aside our devices and give someone our undivided attention, we're telling them, "You matter. I value this moment with you." This simple act can strengthen even the most fragile connections. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. Yet, it's not just about expressing ourselves, it's about doing so with kindness and clarity. Words have immense power. They can heal or hurt, build or break. Being mindful of how we communicate can transform our relationships. Take a moment to think before speaking. Are my words helpful? Am I expressing myself in a way that fosters understanding and connection? When we communicate with intention and respect, we create an environment where trust and openness can flourish. Equally important is the practice of active listening. Too often we listen to respond rather than to understand. True listening requires patience and curiosity. It means setting aside our assumptions and focusing on what the other person is really saying. When someone feels heard, they feel valued. This simple act of listening can bridge gaps, resolve conflicts, and deepen intimacy. Gratitude also plays a powerful role in relationships. How often do we take the time to appreciate the people in our lives? It's easy to focus on what's missing or what could be better. But when we shift our attention to the positive, to the ways someone has supported us, inspired us, or simply made us smile, we strengthen our bond with them. A heartfelt thank you or a small gesture of appreciation can mean more than we realize. At the same time, relationships thrive on authenticity. It's not about being perfect or always agreeing. It's about showing up as our true selves. When we're honest about our feelings, needs, and boundaries, we create space for genuine connection. Vulnerability might feel risky, but it's the foundation of trust. By being open, we invite others to do the same, creating relationships that are resilient and real. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but how we handle it makes all the difference. Instead of seeing disagreements as threats, we can view them as opportunities for growth. When approached with patience and respect, conflicts can lead to deeper understanding and stronger bonds. It's important to focus on the issue at hand rather than assigning blame, and to approach the conversation with the goal of finding a solution rather than winning. In doing so, we reinforce the idea that the relationship is more important than any single argument. Relationships also require balance. While giving is an essential part of connection, it's equally important to recognize when to receive. Sometimes we hesitate to lean on others, fearing it might burden them or make us appear weak. But allowing someone to support us is not only a gift to ourselves, but also to them. It strengthens the relationship by reinforcing mutual trust and care. After all, relationships are partnerships, and mutual support is what makes them thrive. It's also worth remembering that quality matters more than quantity. We don't need a vast network of connections to feel fulfilled. We need meaningful ones. A deep conversation with a close friend can be far more enriching than surface-level interactions with dozens of acquaintances. Focus on the relationships that truly matter and invest your time and energy there. As we nurture our closest bonds, we should also remain open to new connections. Every interaction holds the potential to teach us something new, to bring fresh perspectives, or to open doors we didn't even know existed. Whether it's a smile shared with a stranger, a kind word exchanged in passing, or a budding friendship, these moments of connection remind us of the shared humanity that binds us all. Ultimately, relationships are about connection, not perfection. They require effort, patience, and a willingness to grow together. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen these bonds, to show kindness, to communicate with clarity, and to be present for the people who matter. By prioritizing relationships, we enrich not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. Because at the end of the day, it's the connections we nurture that give our lives meaning, reminding us that we're never truly alone. Every day presents us with a finite amount of time, and how we use that time determine not only what we achieve, but also how fulfilled we feel. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. It's about aligning our actions with our priorities and focusing on the things that move us closer to our goals. To make each day count, we must learn to manage our time effectively, channel our energy wisely, and cultivate habits that enhance our ability to stay focused and productive. The first step to being productive is clarity. Before we can make meaningful progress, we need to know what we're working toward. Setting clear priorities for the day ensures that our energy is directed where it will have the most impact. Start each morning with a moment of reflection. Ask yourself, what are the most important tasks I need to accomplish today? What will bring me closer to my larger goals? By identifying these key tasks, you create a roadmap for the day, making it easier to stay on track and avoid distractions. Once priorities are clear, it's essential to break tasks into manageable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, and that sense of overwhelm can lead to procrastination. But when we break them down into smaller, actionable tasks, we make progress feel achievable. Each small step completed is a victory, and those victories build momentum. Momentum, in turn, fuels motivation, creating a cycle of productivity and accomplishment. However, even with the best intentions, distractions can derail our focus. We live in a world filled with constant interruptions, from notifications on our devices to competing demands on our time. To protect your focus, create an environment that supports concentration. This might mean setting boundaries such as designated work hours or turning off unnecessary notifications. It could also mean creating a workspace that minimizes visual and auditory distractions. By intentionally designing your environment, you set yourself up for success. Another powerful tool for productivity is time management. Planning your day with intention ensures that you allocate time to what matters most. Techniques like time blocking, where you assign specific periods to specific tasks, can help you stay organized and maintain focus. For instance, you might dedicate the first hour of your morning to deep, focused work on a high-priority task and reserve later periods for meetings or less demanding activities. This structured approach prevents the day from slipping away in a blur of unproductive busyness. Equally important is the ability to say no. Every commitment we take on represents time and energy spent, so it's crucial to evaluate whether an opportunity aligns with our goals and values. Saying no to what doesn't serve your priorities is not about being selfish, it's about being strategic. It allows you to preserve your resources for the things that truly matter. Rest and breaks are another often overlooked aspect of productivity. Contrary to the belief that working longer hours leads to greater output, research shows that regular breaks improve focus, creativity, and overall performance. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, where you work for a set period and then take a short break, can help you maintain sustained focus while preventing burnout. These pauses allow your mind to recharge, ensuring that you return to your work with renewed energy and clarity. At the core of productivity is consistency. Developing habits that support your ability to stay focused and organized ensures that productivity becomes a natural part of your daily life rather than a constant struggle. This might involve establishing a morning routine that sets a positive tone for the day, or ending your day with a reflection on what you accomplished and with a focus on tomorrow. These small, consistent practices compound over time, leading to significant improvements in how you manage your days. It's also important to recognize that productivity is not about perfection. Some days will be more productive than others, and that's okay. What matters is the overall effort and intention you bring to your work. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and use setbacks as opportunities to learn and adjust. Productivity is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice and persistence. By cultivating focus, managing time wisely, and maintaining consistency, we can make each day meaningful and productive. These habits not only bring us closer to our goals, but also create a sense of fulfillment and purpose, ensuring that we're living each day to its fullest potential. Because in the end, it's not about how much we do, it's about doing the right things in the right way every single day. Each day brings its own challenges, opportunities, and uncertainties. Amid all this, one thing that can truly ground us is the practice of gratitude and maintaining a positive mindset. These aren't just feel-good notions, they're powerful tools for shaping our perspective, influencing our actions, and ultimately determining the quality of our lives. When we focus on gratitude and positivity, we shift our energy, opening ourselves to growth, resilience, and deeper connections with those around us. Gratitude begins with awareness. It's about noticing and appreciating the good in our lives, no matter how small it may seem. Every morning we can choose to start the day by reflecting on what we're thankful for. Perhaps it's the warmth of the sun, the roof over our heads, or the support of loved ones. This simple practice doesn't just create a moment of calm, it sets the tone for the day, training our minds to seek out the positive instead of dwelling on the negative. Over time, this habit rewires our thinking, helping us to find joy and contentment even in difficult circumstances. Maintaining positivity doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's natural to experience frustration, sadness, or fear. However, positivity is about how we choose to respond to these emotions and situations. When faced with a setback, instead of dwelling on what went wrong, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth and resilience. One way to nurture positivity is by celebrating small victories. It's easy to overlook the progress we make each day because we're focused on long-term goals. But acknowledging the little wins, a productive meeting, a meaningful conversation, or even completing a routine task reminds us that we're moving forward. These moments of recognition fuel our motivation and reinforce our belief in our ability to achieve more. Another essential aspect of positivity is self-compassion. We're often our harshest critics, focusing on what we didn't do or could have done better. But beating ourselves up serves no purpose. Instead, we can choose to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a friend. When we show compassion to ourselves, we build inner strength, which helps us navigate challenges with grace and confidence. The people we surround ourselves with also play a significant role in cultivating gratitude and positivity. Relationships are a mirror. When we interact with optimistic, supportive individuals, their energy can uplift us and encourage us to see the brighter side of life. On the other hand, being around negativity can drain our energy and make it harder to maintain a positive mindset. Every day, we can choose to nurture relationships that inspire and uplift us while setting boundaries with those that drain us. Gratitude and positivity also extend to how we approach others. Taking a moment to express appreciation to someone, a colleague, a family member, or even a stranger creates a ripple effect. A kind word or a genuine thank you doesn't just brighten their day, it strengthens your connection and fosters an atmosphere of mutual respect and kindness. These small acts can have an outsized impact, reminding us of the power of human connection. It's also helpful to cultivate habits that reinforce gratitude and positivity. Writing in a gratitude journal, for example, can help you reflect on the good in your life, even on challenging days. Reading or listening to inspiring stories can remind you of the resilience and goodness in the world. And spending time in nature away from the noise of daily life can help you reconnect with a sense of peace and wonder. Ultimately, gratitude and positivity are not about denying life's difficulties, but about choosing how we respond to them. They are daily practices, small decisions made moment by moment, that shape our perspective and, in turn, our experience of life. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, by seeking opportunities for growth even in hardship, and by choosing kindness over criticism, we create a life filled with meaning and joy. Because at the core of every meaningful day is the decision to see it as a gift and to approach it with a heart full of gratitude and a mind ready for possibility. Growth is an essential part of life. It's what allows us to move forward, to evolve, and to become better versions of ourselves. Every day presents opportunities to learn, adapt, and expand our horizons, but it's up to us to recognize and seize them. Growth doesn't happen by chance. It requires intentional effort and a willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. When we commit to growth, we're not just improving our skills or knowledge, we're shaping the future we want for ourselves. One of the most accessible ways to foster growth is through learning. Every day there's something new to discover, whether it's a skill, a perspective, or an idea. Learning isn't confined to books or classrooms, it's a mindset. It's about staying curious and open to the world around us. Maybe it's taking time to read an article, listen to a podcast, or ask a colleague how they approach a problem. Even small, consistent efforts to learn can add up over time, broadening our understanding and enriching our lives. But growth isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's also about applying what we've learned. Knowledge without action is like a seed that's never planted. It has potential, but no opportunity to thrive. Taking what we learn and putting it into practice allows us to test ideas, refine our skills, and build confidence. It's in the doing that we discover our strengths, confront our limitations, and realize our potential. Growth also requires us to embrace challenges. It's easy to stay in our comfort zones where things are familiar and safe, but true growth happens when we push beyond those boundaries. Challenges test our resilience and creativity. They force us to think differently and find solutions we might not have considered otherwise. It's not about seeking out difficulty for its own sake, but about recognizing that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. A critical aspect of growth is self-reflection. At the end of each day, taking a moment to look back and evaluate what went well, what didn't, and what you've learned can be incredibly powerful. Reflection helps you understand your actions and decisions, providing insight into how you can improve. It's not about dwelling on mistakes or regrets, but about using them as stepping stones for future success. When we reflect, we gain clarity and direction, making each day a building block for the next. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire and challenge you is another key to growth. The company you keep can have a profound impact on your mindset and motivation. Seek out individuals who push you to think bigger, who encourage you to strive for more, and who celebrate your successes with genuine enthusiasm. At the same time, be willing to offer the same in return. Growth is not a solitary journey. It's one that's enriched by the shared experiences and support of others. Resilience is an often overlooked but essential component of growth. The path to improvement isn't always smooth. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and moments when progress feels slow or non-existent. In these times, resilience is what keeps us moving forward. It's the ability to adapt, to learn from failure, and to keep striving despite challenges. Resilience doesn't mean never feeling discouraged. It means refusing to let discouragement define your journey. Another important aspect of growth is setting goals. Clear, specific goals give you a sense of purpose and direction. They help you measure your progress and stay motivated. Whether it's a short-term objective like completing a project or a long-term aspiration like mastering a new skill, having goals ensures that your efforts are focused and intentional. And as you achieve them, the sense of accomplishment fuels your desire to keep growing. Ultimately, growth is a lifelong journey. It's not about reaching a final destination, but about continuously evolving. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new, to take a step forward, and to become a little better than you were yesterday. When we embrace growth, we open ourselves to a life of purpose, possibility, and fulfillment. Because the most rewarding achievements in life come not from standing still, but from the effort and courage it takes to keep moving forward.